the 17 Charger fans that are out there in the United States are now coming to absolutely bash the guy when he's just simply doing what's best for his career and coming to the better football team.
I mean, the fact that you're going to say that about JK Dobbins and you're excited about Najee Harris just blows my mind.
Welcome back to another episode of the Broncos Avenue podcast. I'm your host, Amir Farrell, with my co-host, Evan Petruk. New Denver Broncos running back JK Dobbins had some very interesting comments when a local reporter asked him about how everything went down between the Chargers and himself this offseason. We'll discuss that and everything we learned during the final day of mandatory minicamp. Evan, brother, how you doing, man? Back-to-back days of episodes.
Yeah, man, loving it. It's good to be, a little bit more consistent. I mean, yeah, it's an exciting time. We're getting that much closer to real stuff coming up here, so it's exciting, and there's some good news coming out of the last day.
Yeah, absolutely. And first, before we go ahead and jump into the main topic of today's show, you guys can tell for the title, JK Dobbins calling out the Chargers. Big shout out to DeAndre Weatherspoon for being constantly engaged in our community, leaving his thoughts and feedback in our comment sections. DeAndre, if you see this, man, appreciate you leaving all his positive feedback in our comments and whatnot. And commenting about certain topics throughout the video, especially like later in the video, shows that you're actually watching the full thing and boosting our engagement and watch time and everything, growing our community. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, dog. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. First, before I play the clip, I'm going to play the clip of the quote from when the media asking him the questions and whatnot. I just wanted to provide a little context. The Chargers did place an unrestricted free agent tender on Dobbins earlier in the offseason. Basically, if you guys don't know, that grants them the exclusive negotiating rights with the player had he not signed with the team by the beginning of training camp, which is late July. But just a month before training camp began, Dobbins did decide, obviously, you guys know, to sign with the Denver Broncos. So that obviously got thrown out the window. So here is the clip.
I always have a chip on my shoulder, but yeah, that was a little weird. But it's business, it's for my agent to handle. Good luck to them. I'm a Bronco now. They got to see me twice a year. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm going to have the chip on my shoulder, of course, but I'm here. I'm worried about winning more than just beating. I don't want to just beat the Chargers. I want to go on and I want to get a ring because I've been in the playoffs every year I've played. So I'm tired of losing in them. So that's my goal, is to bring a Super Bowl to the city and just be a blessing to the community as well.
Yeah, so I thought it was a little interesting, him calling out the Chargers there. When I personally saw that, I was getting pretty amped up because, obviously last year we got swept by the Los Angeles Chargers after sweeping them for, not several years, but like the previous year. And
it was last year, and then we split the year before, and then we swept them the year before that.
Yeah. So it feels like, honestly, the last 3 years we swept them. And then obviously they got there with Jim Harbaugh. That was kind of expected that we weren't going to sweep them, but then they ended up sweeping us. And so to see him now on the Broncos after all that stuff went down, what were your thoughts on that quote?
Yeah, man, like a guy like that always carries a chip on his shoulder, like you said. And it's almost like, I feel like it feels a little bit worse for him because I feel like from the media I saw, like, and just like the videos I saw of the team and stuff like that, is he was like a fan favorite and a teammate favorite. Like,
yeah,
it seemed like they were like they loved him so much, and it seemed like, he might have found a home in Los Angeles, and then obviously it's a business at the end of the day, and they couldn't work anything out, I guess, or they wanted to move on to better things in Najee Harris. So I mean, I don't really understand that, but I mean, hey, teach their own. And it only benefits us because we do, like you said, we do play them twice a year, and he's going to be playing with that chip on his shoulder even more so than when he plays the Chargers than any other team. Obviously, he got a chip on his shoulder either way, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it was cool to see him say, like, I want to get a ring. I've been in the playoffs every year I've played. I'm tired of losing in the playoffs. Obviously, him being in the playoffs every single year is going to be amazing for the Broncos, especially a very young room where obviously Estime did appear in the playoffs his first season of his NFL career, but it was very short-lived. So seeing JK Dobbins, who spent time with the Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens, more so the Baltimore Ravens making the playoffs because he spent more time with them, it'll be cool to see, the type of voice he can provide in that room and kind of give him tips and tricks on, performing under that playoff atmosphere. Obviously, he did suffer a lot of injuries, not always appearing in the postseason, and not always getting the most reps. But I'm really excited, man. He's coming off the best season of his career, like we talked about in our last episode. It was definitely bittersweet for Chargers fans to see the way he was talking about them. But not feel like I was seeing like a lot of Chargers fans all of a sudden switching up after the way because you mentioned how they loved him so much last year, and then now after they weren't able to retain him and he signs with the Broncos instead, now it's all of a sudden you hate JK Dobbins. I believe he had a game that was really important for them last year where he only had 29 rushing yards, and a few Chargers fans were commenting that on my post, basically just saying he can't perform under pressure when it's important. Like, it's funny how they're all the 17 Charger fans that are out there in the United States are now coming to absolutely bash the guy when he's just simply doing what's best for his career and coming to the better football team.
I mean, the fact that you're going to say that about JK Dobbins and you're excited about Najee Harris just blows my mind. Yeah, the only argument for Najee Harris being a good running back in the NFL is that he's hit 1,000 yards each of his first 4 seasons.
Prime Javonte clears.
What is his career yards per carry average? Like, this guy got force-fed the ball and barely reached 1,000 yards. Like,
I'm gonna say like 3.6.
Kenny Pickett his first couple of years, and then Russ and Justin Fields last year. Like, they're the Chargers fans, man. They always just, the donkeys got swept. It's like,
it's always that fucking donkey
that
word.
That shit pisses me off so much, dude. Like, yo, man, Chargers fans are so corny, bro. Like, when's the last time the Chargers won a playoff game?
Yeah, they're talking about not performing under pressure and during a playoff scenario.
Herbert,
dude, your entire team fucking sucks in the playoffs. Like,
Justin Herbert threw more interceptions in the wild card game than he threw all season.
Unbelievable.
And what about the choke job that he had against the Jags a couple years ago?
Yeah, I love Justin Herbert to death. I'll always defend him, or not to death, but I like Justin Herbert. At the end of the day, though, he looks like Trevor Lawrence in the playoffs. Let's fucking be honest.
Justin, what if Herbert? If only, the hypothetical Herbert, man. Like, he's just, I've never been a big fan of Herbert. I mean, like, he seems like a nice guy, but it's the Herbert fans that I feel like make it worse for me, because they're always talking, if Justin Herbert, he'd have 6 Super Bowls right now. Like, oh man.
I get it. Like, the quarterback wins aren't a quarterback stat. Like, there's more to a football team. The NFL is as big of a team sport as it gets. But I don't know. There's definitely an argument to be made there. I'm definitely, it seems, I'm much bigger Justin Herbert believer than you are. There's
a lot of other quarterbacks I like way more in the AFC than Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Lamar's an absolute monster. I'll love Lamar to the end.
I love Joe, like Joe Shiesty, man.
Burrow's nasty.
Oh, he's good. And I like Stroud too. I was low key not as high on Stroud as everyone was coming out of college, but I like how Stroud plays.
Top 5. I don't care. Debatable.
He's real smart, man. I love his how smart he is.
Dude, him and Burrow. Him and Burrow, like, I was watching film the other day. Him and Burrow have the best pocket awareness I've seen in so long. Like, bro, the way Stroud...
Burrow's so good, bro.
Dude, Burrow's amazing, and I'll say he's a better pocket passer, but, like, pocket awareness and pocket movement, dude, Stroud, like, it's like he has eyes in the side and back of his head. Like, he moves like a fucking robot, like a simulation. Like, it's perfect. It's poetry in motion. Like, I'm not going to sit here always glaze Bo Nix. I know this is a Broncos podcast, but CJ Stroud, man, I'll defend him to the end of time. I think he's unreal. Yeah. Speaking of Bo Nix, let's go ahead and jump into the final day notes from the final day of Broncos mandatory minicamp. Today was the last day of Broncos football all the way until late July. So we really had to soak in this one. It's going to be another actually about 45 days until we see Broncos. We don't know the specific start day for training camp, but it's going to be around 45 days till we see the Broncos hit the gridiron again. So Bo Nix apparently was chirping with defensive starters today on the practice field. Reportedly had a good day. He's apparently taken the next step as a leader on the offense. It was cool to see him, get a little. Obviously, it's all fun and games, competition at the end of the day. You love to see that from your starting quarterback, not backing down like a previous jersey number 3 quarterback we had in the Mile High. He's actually like getting into it with the defensive guys and competing with them, and he's actually a good quarterback. So,
Did you see what Sean Payton defending Devaughn Vele today?
no, I didn't see that. I saw a little. I saw a little bit of it, but I don't. Tell me.
So basically, this reporter was like asking, if Devaughn was like hurt or some shit like that, and Sean was like, "Yeah, no, he's going to be fully ready for training camp." And
Yeah.
then the reporter kept like poking, and he's like, "Do you understand what he said? Like, do you understand what no means?" Or I said no, and leave it right there, and that's what leave it right there means, or some shit like that.
With Devaughn Vele, is he the only thing that's going to keep him out? Like
No. He's going to be full go. Start a training camp. Everything's good. We should be. That's it. That's it. Did you hear me?
Okay.
That's it means. That means it stops.
Yeah, no, I just think it's good that Sean Payton's defending his players like that and just like looking out for him, because I'm sure that I feel like it's pretty obvious to everyone he's not injured. I mean, he would be on the sideline.
They would have announced something already.
Yeah, he's clearly having some personal issues. So I mean, you don't need to poke and prod. Like I don't poke and prod at everyone's personal issues, especially as a reporter on the news. Like I'm sure Sean Payton knows exactly what's going on, and like it's probably something personal that doesn't need to be reported about. So I just thought that was awesome that Sean Payton's looking out for his players. And some guy commented on the post. He was like, "Oh, I can't believe people wanted us to get rid of Sean Payton over Russ," or something like that. Like Russ would never back his guy up. If you gave Russ $100, he'd tell you the playbook, man. Like that guy only cares about money.
I remember 2023 season, like weeks before the bye week trade deadline, I made an article saying we should bench and cut Russell Wilson immediately, and everyone's saying, "Oh, we should get rid of Sean Payton before we even get rid of Russell Wilson." Like, oh my God! I will say, like, the way everything went down with the I still don't know exactly what the truth was with. Remember that they were like threatening his contract situation or whatever if he didn't take out something, whatever it was. I don't know how that went, so I can't give a definitive opinion on how George Payne and Sean Payne handled that situation. But at the end of the day, man, dude look like a bat in the pocket. It just simply. It just never was going to work out.
It seemed like it was a problem on both sides. Like they wanted him to waive some like money for playing a certain amount of games, like hitting a threshold. It was like a guaranteed. It would have saved like
it was the
money that doesn't
thing.
count against the cap or something like that. I don't know. It's like like an injury clause or something.
Yeah,
and they didn't want to. He didn't want to waive it. So I mean, that part. It's understandable, but I mean, Russ only cared about money. That guy didn't care about winning.
Tight end.
He went to the Giants.
Yeah, did you see that clip, by the way, of their offensive line getting murdered by the pass rush? Hey, good luck, Russell Wilson. It's going to be a rough one. It's going to be.
Well, I mean, that pass rush is so good, though. But like, yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
That was funny. Tight end Evan Ingram reportedly had a good day. Good to see him. It looks like he's going to have a massive role this season. And wide receiver Troy Franklin, the first time I'm hearing about him probably this whole offseason. We've heard about Devaughn Vele a crap ton. We've heard about Pat Bryant literally every single day except for, actually, no, I heard about him today again. And we obviously, Courtland Sutton's going to be Courtland Sutton. This is the first day we really heard about Troy Franklin. He apparently had a few catches. Apparently, Bo Nix had a really good sidearm, throw to him on the run. He I don't know if it was a touchdown. It was definitely a sizable chunk of yardage for a first down. But it's cool to see him and Bo Nix forming stronger connection dating back to the Oregon days.
Yeah, as much as this sounds like a placebo effect, I feel like even for me as well, like I was a number 14 and everything. 14 was my number. And when I wasn't wearing 14, it's almost like a mental thing, man. Like, and then you have like one bad game and you go, man, it's the number. It's like this little superstition thing.
Yeah.
So maybe the number 11 for him just makes him,
So
turn into
clean.
all pro or something like that. Yeah. So, and that number 11 clearly means a lot to him because like he shows off number 11 in every single one of his posts. He loves the number 11. So maybe it is just a mental thing for him. So I hope it is because, he was mocked as being a first round pick early in the draft process for the last year's draft. And he had a great year. It's just, like he had problems with, catching. And this year it was apparent, but I mean, guys get over that shit. So I'm not worried. I'm glad to see him, making plays.
Yeah, he even said on his story recently, I posted on Twitter, he said everything feels and looks better in that 11. So, and he said we back. So I feel like he definitely feels a lot more improved and comfortable heading into year 2 with Bo Nix and Sean Payton. It's important for these young players to have continuity. Because obviously he had the 2 years with Bo Nix and then comes in, has another year with him his first year in the NFL. I mean, we've talked about on the show, like as a receiver, the way a quarterback throws the ball can be different from every single different person. So having, Bo Nix throwing that same spiral and with his timing and everything, like he's used to the way his quarterback plays, and having the play calling continuity as well from Sean Payton 2 years in a row is going to be incredible for him. I'm excited to see what he's going to look like. Honestly, like being a little bit biased, not because of the jersey number or anything, but just because of how excited I was after we traded up for him and drafted him. I want him to be that guy in the receiver room more than any receiver we have on the roster right now. I love him and Pat Bryant, man. If those can be our wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2 for the next 10 years, sign me up, man. That would absolutely make me excited.
Yeah, no, I agree. Just the size and speed combination that he has. I mean, he could be such a dynamic threat. And, I'm a big Pat Bryant guy, so he's going to be my number 1 in that category. But, he brings that, Mims has got the speed, but Mims doesn't have the size that Franklin has. Franklin's like almost 6'2" with, with burners, man. He can run. So if he can, get his hands tuned up properly, he's going to be a problem, man.
Yeah, I would love to have him like play that Jerry Jeudy type role, create mismatches, make it easier for Pat Bryant and the other guys. And both those guys are good route runners. Obviously, it's looking like recently Pat Bryant's a better one. Tight end Caleb Lohner made an incredible leaping catch over a defender today. Reportedly had an impressive week. I watched a clip of him running a route. He looks like he runs like a 6'3", if I'm being honest. But, hey, if he's getting separation, he's making plays in the team activities, hey, whatever works, man. I'm excited. I was really excited about him coming out of the draft. I think I gave him an A- grade just because of his freakish athleticism. Obviously doesn't have much of any experience playing football at Utah. But I think he's only in a very advantageous situation with Sean Payton and company.
Like I said, he's going to be that situational player. Obviously, he's going to get a roster spot because a team will pick him up like that. Like I was talking about with, Blake Watson yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I just like he's not going to be that kind of guy that's playing 3 downs all the way down the field. Like he's going to be like, we're on the 7-yard line and we are second and goal and on the 7-yard line. And Caleb Lohner is going to be trotting out on the field and just posting a guy out and a little curl into the end zone. So that's a great situation and a good asset to have. Not a lot of teams have a guy with that kind of skill set. So I don't think he needs to have the burners for his skill set to really shine in the NFL. So it's exciting, even though he does look very slow.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, dude, going through these wide receivers and tight ends, like, it's so exciting talking about these guys because, like, the only 2, like, relatively old guys we have in these skill positions are Evan Ingram at 30 and Cortland Sutton at, he's like, what, 29, pushing 30?
29.
Yeah.
I think his birthday's in October or something.
And that's not even that old. So it just makes me all the more satisfied that we didn't go after Keenan Allen or Mike Williams or these other guys like the fans constantly. Someone like DM'd me the other day and said we should have fired Sean Payton for not signing like one of these like really old free agents. Can't remember who it was. I was like, yeah, it's got to be rage bait. I feel like, it's just really exciting to see like not having previous years. It was like, okay, excited to see 28, 29-year-old Emmanuel Sanders run routes. Like, it's not a bad thing by any means, but dude, we got like 22, 23, 24-year-olds who can arguably be a wide receiver 1 on this team. It's very exciting.
Speaking of Keenan Allen, I saw this post and it was like, who will pick up veteran receiver Keenan Allen was by the NFL, and they showed a clip of Phillip Rivers throwing him the ball.
Speaking of really thick receivers, pause. Did you see?
Holy shit, he is massive. Oh my God, he's literally Eddie Lacy.
You're talking about Deebo Samuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel looks like, I don't know. He just ate Terry McLaurin because he wants a trade. Bro asked for a trade, so his veteran teammate ate him. He looks huge as fuck, bro.
Yo, he
looks
literally
like
got Eddie Lacy syndrome, bro. And apparently he was like he's like lost weight too. You see that photo of him in the off season, dog? Dude, he actually looked like Roquan Smith, like just like a unit, bro.
Yeah, then we'll have to transition his ass to tight end. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments below, what you guys or what JK Dobbins said about the Los Angeles Chargers, calling out them, what that matchup's going to look like this season. I'm really excited to see him play them twice a year. And let us know what you guys thought about the final day of mandatory minicamp. Love reading you guys' comments. We'll see you guys in the next one. I'm your host, Amir Farrell, my co-host, Evan Petruk. Peace out, everybody.